Hey, boys and girls, weather report for October 15th, 2021. And I am 25,850 days old today. Yay! What do you think?
Yay.
Oh, shit. Oh, I meant to take that off the screen. Damn. I didn't want that on the screen.
Oops.
I was showing something on the screen that I didn't want to show on the screen. Anyway, we don't got too much today. Let's see. So, yeah, we kind of do. We got a few things. Should I mention the Ben Galt interview? I thought the Ben Galt interview for the first 20 minutes was wonderful, and Ben got to talk about his theory, and he got to talk about tail-end proteins, but I don't think we should mention where the Ben Galt interview was. I don't know what to do. I just want to say that it was a pretty good interview for the first 20 minutes, and Ben got a chance to, better than he did when I was talking to him, show what was going on with the tail-end proteins, and I was pretty impressed with that. So credit where credit's due, you know. And then the other thing is Sal Cordova interviewed Bread of Life, who's going to be on our channel on Saturday, and Sal said that we were Satanists. That there's a bunch of Satanists over here. Will you Satanists please stand up, raise your hand, let me know who you are, because I wasn't aware that we had Satanists on our channel. Were you?
I know that's
well,
just
you know how they are.
Joke. Yeah, that's a joke. Yeah, I almost wonder, like, whenever they bring that up, that's almost I think that's like the next step of them. That's kind of their way of showing that they really don't like you when they go to that extreme. Maybe
also their way of showing you that they can't really answer your criticisms.
This is a quote from Sal. This is exactly what he said on that video at minute 12 minutes and 18 seconds. There are lots of Satanists on that channel, referring to this channel. And then at minute 13:36. He talked about himself reading from John chapter 9, and then something out of 1 Kings, and then they started swearing their allegiance to Satan, which I have no memory of that at all. So I'm thinking he's doing what Sal is good at, is taking something and just totally twisting it according to his
biblical mind
there. And like I'm trying to find the video where we played Sal reading the Bible or something, but I'm not finding it. So I even put a comment on that stream asking him to provide a link or tell us what date he's talking about, like the general date, but I doubt I'll get much of a response, if any.
Yeah.
So when is Leo interviewing or debating
tonight?
Kent Fuckface. So Kent's still not in jail. He's still not in jail.
No, the 18th. He's supposed to report on the 18th.
Oh, okay. So he's tonight on what venue?
SFT.
Oh my God. Okay. Leo. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, Kent Hovind's always a must miss, Well, we'll see if Leo pulls a rabbit out of a hat, but Kent Hovind's pretty much a tape recorder. And
I'm surprised he's going with that subject, cosmology, which is kind of shocking. I'm surprised, but I mean, I guess he's willing to debate any subject. And also, it's kind of
that might be a good one. Leo might do okay on that one.
Yeah, that was the reason why he did it. Like he
Yeah.
convinced him to do it because that's Leo wanted that subject, and
Yeah.
he agreed to it, which was kind of shocking. But yeah, and I'm surprised. I mean, when the guy's going to jail in a few days, you wouldn't think he would be interested in doing a debate, but I guess he is. He still wants to get his name out there. Whatever. I don't know what the purpose is of it, but yeah, interesting.
And Atheist Junior went over 1,000 subs, and he did a video today. And I understand on that video, he was talking about me having Otangelo in my side chat. And I just want AJ and everyone to know that we discussed it last night, and I wasn't sure what to do. I heard that he had apologized. I wasn't sure, I mean, I wasn't even aware of the controversy. Did you ever give me that link, David? No, you didn't. Anyway,
yes, I did. Well, the one where they discussed it over it. Yeah, it's in the private chat. That's just
the Fridays thing, right?
Yeah, that was earlier today, and it was just those guys talking about him. It was just another group of guys that are basically canceling out Otangelo. Nobody wants, there's multiple groups that don't want to talk to him, and they're gonna just, they're gonna actually ban him, all his accounts and Sock accounts. Everybody's talking about that. So
yeah, so everybody out there in side chat, if you see an Otangelo account, do not time him out. Bring it to our attention, and we will take care of him in the proper way, the more permanent way. Because if you time him out, I'm not sure if I can. I don't think I have I think I lose the power to block while he's timed out. So I have to wait till he comes back on or something like that. I don't know. Maybe not. But anyway, so Otangelo banned on his channel. So he done for until he does a public apology video. Where that's sincere, that doesn't have a but in it. Where he apologizes. I did wrong. I'm never going to do it again. I'm sorry. I did the wrong thing. And make some kind of amends, What do you think?
I agree. I mean
forgiving people is, really important, but you gotta fucking do the right thing first before you forgive them, right?
Right. Yeah. A lot of damage he's caused now. I mean, we've been talking about this. I had a discussion with Otangelo myself. He's just got progressively worse. I contributed to him, associating with Darth and that whole group of guys that Darth has, his little, as most people refer to them as sycophants, whatever. That's one of the terms people use, that group of people. And they just, they hate Matt Dillahunty. He's one of their, worst ones that they want to go after. So, and Otangelo has always been that way. He doesn't like Matt. Matt is, banned him and all kinds of shit.
Yeah. So many times.
Exactly.
Matt is smacked him so many times that you can't understand why he hates him. But Jesus.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So Otangelo is just looking at any way to get at him. There are
limits to what you can do.
Yeah, right. And that was the point. One of the points I was brought up when we were discussing this is there's only so much you can do to a person on the internet, right? I mean, and what he did was one of the worst ways of doing something, and he found a way to do it.
Look at this little boomer boy, Andrew, coming. He doesn't even know what happened. Boomer boy. I'm going to call you Boomer Boy, Andrew. Come on in, Andrew. What the hell? Anyway, I'll put a link to the video. Does that video explain it? The one with the Hereticals?
Yeah. I don't know if they do yeah. I mean, he does. They talk about it for a while. Right at the very beginning, Chris describes the whole situation. They had an exchange, him and Otangelo had an exchange. Of course, Otangelo's had exchanges with many people over this in all different venues, I think, whether it be, Twitter or, wherever, maybe in video chat or comment sections or wherever those were. So he talks about that and describes the whole thing and
Okay, I linked it in the
so.
description so people can go out there and kind of get the gist of what's going on
Yeah.
and figure it out. Yeah,
There's there's multiple. I'm sure you probably a lot of people on here could figure out other places because Chris is not the only one that did a video on it. Many people did it. Rage did two of them. Rage did one, and then right after, Otangelo got so much backlash that he deleted what he put up, and then there's
too bad Germania is afraid to come into our room.
Too bad. Who's in here?
Midnight's in here.
No, there's you, David, Scott, and someone else.
Speed of sound 25,850.
No, there's
Top Dog.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's Top Dog.
Boy, you don't sound very impressed. Oh, is that who that is?
No, I'm not.
You sound a little down today, Midnight.
I always sound down, Speed.
Yeah, that true statement. Well, no, you've been manic for the last couple of days. Okay, Germania, get your butt in here, you little wiener.
Isn't he having a stream later?
He's having a stream. It's kind of a collection of ass whistlers that like to, he likes to get them together and talk shit about me.
Everybody talks shit about you, Speed.
Everybody talks shit about me. I guess I'm doing something right.
To answer, I see Andrew's had a question for me. No, I don't believe I've heard of that in supernova light, but I thought was in black holes, but not supernova. I've never heard of that one.
What now?
So he asked a question about whether I heard of time dilation in supernova light, which no, I don't think I've heard of that one. But I wouldn't be surprised if supernova year the most powerful thing out there, so I'm sure.
Anyway, it is Shit Show Friday, so anybody that wants to come in and raise hell can come in and raise hell. Except for the people that I won't let in.
Well, hold on. No, hold on. If it's Shit Show Friday, you have to let them in as well.
Midnight, don't make me remove you.
Fine. Can't even take a joke.
Oh, it was a joke. Okay. Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho.
You're so sensitive, Speed.
I am sensitive. As it took you guys fucking this long to figure it out. Yeah, I'm sensitive. In fact, I've been proud of that all my life. And people, oh, you're kind of sensitive. It's like it's an insult. What the hell? What, my dick ain't long enough for you?
Well, no.
My dick plenty long. I can be sensitive and have a long dick at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't believe you. Show us.
Truth be known, I think everybody is really, right?
Sensitive.
You certainly are, Midnight. That's for sure.
Yeah, Midnight. Talk about fucking sensitive.
Yeah.
I'm empathetic. There's a difference.
I mean, well, okay. Well, yeah. So I mean, when people start insulting you and stuff, people tend to get a little defensive and sensitive about that. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, we all do it, and we all get it, and none of us like it, and maybe we should just quit doing it, or at least back off a little bit, I'm especially last night when we went on live, I just don't want to hear stuff like that, That isn't why I'm doing this shit.
What did you want to hear?
People yelling at each other.
Oh, that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like people yelling at each other.
Andrew, if you want to come in and talk about this thing, it sounds very interesting. I like it. I know nobody else likes the
bring links.
Cosmology type stuff, but
I do.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah.
I don't mind some good cosmology.
That's one of my subjects that I
the time
like
it takes to dim.
talk about.
Okay, the expansion of the universe actually causes the period from peak brightness to dimness to appear to take longer in distance. Wow, that's kind of cool. That is cool.
Longer in a if the galaxies are far or in a galaxy far away. So
Far away. Yeah.
I wonder what
Further
that
away it
has
is.
to do with it. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. But it doesn't. I wonder if it doesn't seem to do the same thing in. Well, I suppose you don't see. It's very rare that we see them in our galaxies, right? Supernovae. So because it's like one every 100 years or something like that, roughly per galaxy is about the ratio.
Get your butt in here, Germani. I got a bone to pick with you.
We all do.
We're having another falling out. We're having another one of our falling outs. Tune in to Maddox's channel tonight to hear all about it. We're at war. The two channels are at war.
Yeah, Mad Ducks did a review. What was it? Was it 2 nights ago? I think he did a review with Matt Dillahunty and that Ignore.
Yeah, I listened to that Ignore, and
yeah,
his 5 arguments from what is it, Aquinas? The 5
yeah.
What was the first one?
I love this claim that singularities are supernatural. He just claims that
when it's just a mathematical thing.
Yeah, he just makes that claim.
Supernatural.
He makes that claim and then he says to Matt Dillahunty, "Well, tell me what they are then. Tell me if they're not supernatural, what are they?" And I thought that was a joke.
Romania is going to come in. I got to roll my sleeves up before he gets here because tough guys do that. They roll their sleeve. Why do they do that? So they don't get their shirt bloody?
So they have more motion or easy free range so the shirt doesn't hold them back.
Yeah, but if you roll your shirt up, it kind of bunches up and it kind of holds you back.
Restraint.
Has anybody watched Letterkenny? I watched a few last night. You know about Letterkenny, right?
What? No, say again? But what?
Letterkenny. Letterkenny.
No.
Letter.
I don't know about
K-E-E or K-E-N-N-Y. One word. It's
Should
a
I know
series
about
on Netflix, on Hulu.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen any of that.
Oh my God. It's this Canadian town called Letterkenny with 5,000 people in it. And
I got a link for you.
they are amazingly like they're real like backwoods Canadian, but at the same time, the shit they say is it's just amazing dialogue. It's just really bizarre. Anyway, the main character always rolls his sleeves up and he just kicks ass. It's pretty cool.
Speed.
Peter, have you seen Letterkenny? Peter.
Speed. Live
Hello.
private chat.
Hello.
Robert.
Hello, Peter.
Oh, the big thing starts with the Big Bang. Top dog. Okay. If you're feeling down, check out my inspirational music forum. Okay. Got that. I'll put that on. Hi, Peter.
Hello.
Are you better?
Better than what?
Better man than you were yesterday.
No.
Definitely. Just ask David.
Yeah, we will.
Yep. Yeah, I filled them in. I said everything's real good.
Yep.
So, yep.
Lot better.
Yep.
No, I was asking.
For those who watched some of the yelling yesterday, we got that solved off air because that's what you do.
Was there yelling on air too?
I'm still going to yell at you.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's going to keep me from yelling at you, Speed.
Cancel
culture is wrong, except for answers and atheism. Buy my T-shirt.
I need that. I want that shirt. Yeah. Yeah, we're all into cancel culture here.
I'm really thinking of setting up a merchandise store and just making silly shit.
Yeah, you might make a lot of money on it.
Well,
Andrew.
partner?
Andrew.
To be fair, I already have merchandise that people can buy, and the proceeds of that go to all kinds of good charities. So I'm trying to
Hey,
see
Peter.
whether or not I should add some of that to that particular merchandise. If you want to check it out, go to scientistmel.com/shop and look for the Blocked By series. You might find some people you know.
So,
Hey, Peter.
Andrew, please come back and educate myself and Midnight. We love this kind of stuff, and we will.
He was here for a minute, wasn't he?
Yeah, we will give you the floor whenever you're ready.
Hey,
Amy
Peter.
Newman, come in here.
All right, fuck you.
Wait.
Not
We talked
again.
a lot yesterday. What is it that you're so impatient right now, Midnight? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you donate some of the money or some money to an albino-based charity next month, I'll buy something.
So you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to have a garage sale. But instead of having a garage sale, I'm going to take pictures of all the items and put them in my merch store.
I'll buy your books.
No, they're not going to be in my garage sale. I'm just going to sell
come
all
on.
those old. I'm going to sell all those old iron straps and plywood boards I kept and pieces of
Speed, I
styrofoam.
want your books. I want your books.
You not get my book.
I will get your books.
You will get my books. I ain't never going to die.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just mulling over the thing that Midnight just said. So Midnight, what should I go for? Bright T-shirts.
So Andrew Cummings said something really funny in chat.
What do you say?
Oh,
I'm not
wait,
buying
Yeah,
your
and Andrew is still a bit pissed off that I had all those videos of Otangelo. So I'm they're not going to be here because I like Speed and I don't want to get him more copyright strikes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you might
plus people should stop talking about Otangelo because
Cancel Angelo.
Yeah, he's canceled by everybody.
yeah
Cancel
he's,
Angelo.
he's pretty canceled.
He's kind of canceled. Oh, I don't know. Hi there, Amy. Virtual hug back. That's all we can do these days. It's the best we can do. So fucking rest. So Minnesota is like COVID is going crazy here.
Yeah, Minnesota.
Minnesota. And it's going crazy in the outlying counties. All the ones that voted for Trump are just fucking COVID. Like for, people that I know up north.
Is there a correlation there?
I think there is.
Well, you shouldn't think that.
They had a little vaccination problem, and then they had all kinds of protests. No, you can't make my kid wear a mask at school. It's like, oh no, my kid.
I got a question for you, Speed.
Oh.
Do you live anywhere near Pinky?
Pinky
swear or
Pinky sleeve. Pinky Sleevo tits. She lives in Minnesota, and
Pinky
Andrew Cumming asked if I would do a pinky swear. I will do a pinky swear with Pinky Sleevo tits. He's one of my favorite people on Twitter. One of my earliest followers. Done a lot of artwork for her.
It sounds like a fake name.
Nope.
You got a link to the Twitter?
I probably do. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me go check.
Proof for it didn't happen.
See what you got. Let's see. Big Think. Okay.
She is one of my all-time favorite people.
Oh wow! I thought I was your all-time favorite person.
No, you're far too bright to be one of my all-time favorite people.
Fuck you.
Okay, let me.
Gerwinia.
What is love?
Gerwinia.
Baby, don't hurt me.
Gowenia, the little bitch boy.
Yeah.
It's not going to
Gowinia's a
happen.
little bitch boy.
Problem is, if we cancel everybody, we're not going to have anybody to talk about. What are we going to do?
Happy?
Yeah, we could get in trouble there. Yeah.
Okay.
mean,
Okay. Speed, you can
Yeah.
put it up on screen. Everyone follow this woman on Twitter.
Oh.
Tell her I sent you, and you're not going to be disappointed.
well, where is it?
In the side chat.
Oh, there it is.
Comment?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't
there
see
it
it.
is. There's a
Oh,
link.
there
in
it
Yeah,
this-
because you're an albino, but just
You
All right.
can't
Fuck
see stuff
you.
on white.
All right,
Hey.
Andrew is back, and we're
Yeah,
going to give
okay,
the
Andrew,
floor to
talk.
Andrew.
Well, okay, you didn't
So
post any. Oh,
please,
like in chat.
please educate.
Yes.
Well,
We
just
need
'cause I have
education.
science doesn't mean I need the floor, but I'll gladly take it.
No, we need
Oh, you will.
education. So anything you want to educate us
Are
on.
you
please.
asking for some science to spice up the stream?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very well. So let's see. I guess let me share my screen.
Hashtag let midnight speak.
Oh, does someone want to say something first?
No, I was just Germania said hashtag let Andrew speak, but I was saying no. I should
hashtag mute midnight.
hashtag fuck you, Peter.
All right.
Hashtag I don't see nothing.
Is it showing up?
There it is. We got it.
Yeah.
Yep, I can see. Yep.
All right. So I was actually looking at this earlier, and it's kind of interesting because you usually hear the expanding universe associated with redshift, the stretching of the wavelength of light, because of course red light has a longer wavelength than blue light. But basically, hearing some noise. So basically, as the wavelength is stretched, so we all know that wavelength is inversely related to frequency, right? Frequency or wavelength is the distance between the peaks or crests of the light wave, and
Yep.
frequency is the amount of crests or peaks, or I guess valleys, however you want to count it, the amount of crests that pass a given point after a certain period of time. So that also means that frequency is itself inversely related to the time of the event. As you can read more here, I put the link in the private chat if you want to put in the description speed. But anyways, if the wavelength gets longer, that means that the frequency decreases because you get light from the observer is taking the crests are taking longer and longer to reach your eye because of the expansion of space stretching it out. And that means that the amount of time itself from that event is also stretched out. It's dilated because of the expansion of space. And so that means that, for example, a supernova with a known amount of time from peak brightness to peak dimness, I guess, or yeah. Say, for example, you look in our galaxy, for example, a type 1a supernova with a roughly known constant brightness. You can look into the details of why that is. Look up white dwarfs and such. But we know the brightness and the amount of time that it usually takes depending on the conditions, I believe. But anyways, you look at that in a nearby galaxy, and then you look at in a more distant galaxy, and because the distance to that more distant galaxy has stretched out more because there's more space in between and the space is thus expanded more, that also means that the duration of the time of that event has also been stretched. Hence why I was saying earlier that the supernovae in distant galaxies appear to take longer to completely dim over time. And this is time dilation in supernova light curves. So yeah, that's what I was talking about.
So space is expanding, but matter is not. Is that correct?
Correct.
Like particles are not. So space is. So is time expanding? The time dimension. Would we have any way of knowing that?
So it like, because space and time are linked in this four-dimensional construct we call space-time, but when you get into the Friedman metric, or what was it again? The Friedman, Lemaitre, Robinson, or Robinson-Walker metric, basically, yeah, only space expands according to that, because that's what we use to describe the expansion of space, right? We don't say the expansion of space-time. We say the expansion of space because the distance between things is getting larger. Yeah.
I like tidy cosmologies and thinking of time as just another dimension, another spatial dimension. And if it's not expanding, that means there's something weird going on there, something different. Lemaitre, okay, Friedman, Lemaitre.
Right. Well, another thing is that the expansion of space is tied to what's called the scale factor, and the scale factor is the relative size of the universe at that moment relative to the size of the universe typically now. For example, the scale factor now is 1 because the size of the universe is the size of the universe today. It's just how we measure it. So that means in the past, the scale factor, because it was smaller in the past, the universe's scale factor was less than 1. And in the future, the scale factor will be greater than 1. So I guess in that sense, the time dimension, some aspect of time does play a role into it. Yeah. Anyway, does that help a little bit, David?
Yeah. I loved your question, Speed, though, is how time is affected during with expansion. That is kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's just one piece of evidence for Big Bang cosmology. The resource I provided goes into a few more, let's just say. So I really like that website. I like it.
Yeah, but then on the other hand, let me see, I'm trying to think. I spent a lot of time one I think it was like a month doing analytical geometry on 4-dimensional triangles passing through 3-dimensional space. And I was in my kitchen counter and doing all these calculations on my hobby farm. And it was pretty amazing to think about how, you can have a triangle in 4-dimensional space. You can't see it because you're in 3-dimensional space. And then to understand how it intersects, that sort of thing. But if, and I got this crazy idea a few weeks ago that, basically the expansion could be some sort of other dimensionality or higher dimensionality with the universe passing through some other structure that ends up reifying the universe somehow.
Well, I mean, I guess it could be that, but if you take the math of general relativity on itself, that's not necessary. Space can just expand into itself. It doesn't require an extra dimension. Well, that's kind of actually something else I wanted to talk about, because we can think of it like, has anyone ever heard of the book Flatland? I forgot who.
Yeah, I have. Yes, I read it when I was a little kid. It's really old, right? Flatland.
Yeah, I think so. But basically, yeah, if you take a one dimension, a line basically, and you put it into a circle, so it's extrinsically curved from looking on the outside, but then you snip it and make it flat. It's not intrinsically curved. It just becomes straight again. You can't do the same thing with 2 dimensions or 3 dimensions, for example, because like you can take the surface of the Earth, for example, and snip it. I guess I don't know how you do that, but you can basically unravel it, and it's not going to. It's trying to think how to visualize it basically, but yeah, there's a different. Let's just say there's a difference between intrinsic curvature, which is what we're talking about in general relativity, and extrinsic curvature, which, by the way, you can. It's interesting because a cylinder, for example, is extrinsically curved. Like, for example, it's obviously curved, but it's intrinsically not curved. It's flat intrinsically. So if you were to unravel it, parallel lines stay parallel, triangles 180 degrees, all the same rules apply. So isn't that kind of freaky?
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, long story short, space can expand intrinsically. It doesn't need to expand into an extrinsic dimension. Let's just say.
So there were 2 books that I found when I was in like 7th grade, I think. And one was Flatland, and the other one was The Education of T.C. Myths. Have you ever heard of that one? By Lillian Lieber.
Okay, what was it again?
The Education of T.C. Myths.
Nope.
It's let's see, What Modern Mathematics Means to You, illustrated, and it was quite a bizarre book. Let's see if I can show it on the screen. And I found these when I was like in 7th grade, so these books are really old. So they're talking about modern mathematics, like back when I was, when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, when I was in 7th grade. That was a long time ago. So anyway, this is it. But it was it's just the most bizarre book. Let's see here. I can't remember too much about it. Don't hit the ceiling. 50 million people can be.
Is it kind of like thought experiments, but they're like with math? Kind of.
Yeah. I think it was just a whole bunch of. Basically, it's highly illustrated. It's written like poetry.
Huh.
The promises originally made, and yet job 2 brings it. I don't know. It just goes through a bunch of stuff, but it was in the same section, and I always put those 2 books together in my head somehow.
Now you guys are just something at random, but like you guys probably have heard the myth that Einstein was bad at math, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a myth.
Yeah.
He was. He mastered calculus. He was pretty good at math. The trouble is, not that he was bad at math, but that he was kind of being bad as a student because he disrespected his teachers and cut classes, or certain classes at least. And
whoops! Oh, I just doxed myself. Yeah. Heavily doxed.
Darn it!
Everybody's got my address now. Come get me. Anyway, I had to buy a book. Sorry.
Or buy my flip-flops.
We could buy flip-flops. Amy's been waiting there. Oh, and Randolph.
Mm-hmm. What is up, guys? Hey, Randolph.
Hey, Amy.
How are you?
Hey, Peter.
I hope
you have to do some earlier shows, Amy. I need to be able to join times again.
Amy.
Watch out for that plane.
It's funny. Every time I hear a plane, I kind of just imagine lots of awesome more adventures on planes. How are you guys doing?
Well, I'm afraid of planes ever since that FedEx driver got hit with a plane. So.
Oh man, yeah, it happens to the best of us. And I will say, I want to do more early shows. In fact, we are doing one. What is up, Randolph and Leo? Leo, you asked, are we doing a show? Am I watching tonight? We're actually doing an after show inspired by your debate.
Oh, nice.
That is awesome.
What time is your debate, Leo?
It's scheduled for 7:05 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Ooh, nice. I'm going to be able to catch that.
It's not going to be Kent Hovind.
Oh.
It's not going to be a dumpster fire. It's going to be
Wow.
pretty much me lecturing a bunch of idiots on why they're idiots,
Well,
without
he's
me
gonna
explicitly
try to-
making that.
Wait,
Well,
and how long is it going to be?
Whatever the topic, he's going to try to bring it back to his spiel, that he's been doing for years and years and years.
I have a couple
trying
of
to
ideas
derail
of how he's going to try to not even address anything that I say and completely derail the discussion.
Well,
I'm just not going to. I'm going to pull a Danny. Like when he goes to do that, I'm just going to be like, "Look, you're not giving me an argument. Like you're not addressing anything that I
Yeah.
said. Can you give me an argument?"
Let me just say out front, good luck, Leo. I think you're going to, because I know you don't take crap like that. And
Hey, this debate is the first debate that I've actually made a slideshow presentation for.
oh, nice.
You want to show us a sneak preview of a few of the slides?
Not while we're live. I have no problem doing that, but not while we're live. The people
Okay.
that
Leo,
It's like poker.
Leo, I got a question. Is it going to be an entire structured debate, or is there going to be an open conversation for
there is,
most of the
I
time?
think, an open conversation, but the way Standing does it on his channel is he does strict 2-minute periods back and forth between people, which I'm okay with.
Well, make sure you keep Hovind's feet to the fire. Make sure that
I will.
you demand that he will make replies to you
I
and
know
not go
that
into his shtick.
One of the arguments he's going to try to do is they're saying that time, space, and matter came from absolutely nothing. How can time, space, and matter come from nothing?
Yeah.
The Big Bang model does not actually address the origins of the universe. It just tells us what the universe was doing very, very early in its evolution.
Wait a minute. Who is this dude in the middle with the sunglasses?
That is Standing for Truth.
And he's growing
Yeah.
a little bit of a beard, man. Is he really falling into his minister role here? Like holy shit. He's
But I did want to say,
Yeah.
if you do an after show, I probably won't be there. I do have a friend that is coming in from St. Louis. I haven't seen him in probably like 7 or 8 years, if not longer. Actually, no, it's been closer to like 9 or 10. And he's coming in at 9 o'clock. If for whatever reason I don't make it over there because he's going to be there tomorrow, so I'll be able to see him tomorrow, then I will hop in. But I am expecting to be there. So
That sounds good.
Pete, can you put that thumbnail back up?
do the after show. Like, don't let that discourage you from like doing an after show or anything.
Leophilius, congratulations on debating a high profile person. That's great. Are you going to wear a colorful T-shirt as well?
I am not. I'm not. I'm going to do nothing that would be off-putting to the crowd because my main goal is going to be to educate them on what the science is.
Randolph,
Leo,
you're putting high
can you do me a
profile
favor and ask SFT a question? Whether or not he's related to Midnight, because he's kind of transparent there. You see that? He's
Oh Jesus.
Where did Midnight
Oh,
go?
so I put that thumbnail up for another goddamn albino joke, right? So it was a setup for an albino joke. Oh, Midnight, we're so cruel to you. Where's Midnight? Did he leave?
Midnight fell off.
Midnight
fell off.
Man, he just
I didn't know he was in here.
He was.
I didn't see his
Maybe
icon.
maybe Midnight has gone over to the dark side. Who knows?
Dun, dun, dun.
Was he in here? I don't think he was.
Oh, what's up?
That's hilarious, Eric.
So, Speed, should we solicit the help of our community in trying to locate that particular weather report?
Yeah, sure.
I need to give some context, so I'm going to go ahead and
Give
share
some
my
context.
screen. But
Okay.
The other day, October 13th, Sal Cordova talked to Bread of Life, Rebecca,
Rebecca.
in which, in a perfect little segment, he brought up the Answers in Atheism channel. And he said some things about what we talked about on a particular program. And I cannot find, I'm trying to find the weather report or the SNATA that he thinks that he's talking about. And I can't find it. But I want you to, I'm going to listen to the description here and that he gives. This is his own mouth talking about it. And if you can recall a weather report or a SNATA that we did that
Pleasure,
sounds
yeah.
sort of like this.
Yeah,
But
we pledged ourselves to Satan. Apparently, go ahead.
Yeah,
As you do.
let me play this for you.
So sometimes the way to falsify evolution is not necessarily the easiest or most obvious.
Oops.
So, but as far as you being on Mike's channel, the main reason I didn't watch it is I just don't. I think I'm going to lose brain cells each time I visit that channel.
Projection.
I mean, I've heard his critiques.
It's already sailed.
I said, I just got fed up because that's like, you didn't address any of the scientific points. You totally misrepresented my argument.
Wrong.
You didn't say that. You just made it up. You know, and
Wrong.
I just got fed up. And then the other thing is there are a lot of Satanists on that channel.
What? Wait, no, hold on. Pause. Pause. Is he talking about? He's talking about this channel, right?
He's talking about this channel.
Yes.
Okay, number one. Certainly, there's just a hell of a lot of Satanists, and I know Gutsick Gibbons one of them. I see her in the side chat.
He is a Satanist.
Oh, this is
Okay,
so
but
funny.
I'm going to continue.
Be quiet.
Sometimes the way to falsify evolution is.
I'm sorry, I ended up backing up too much.
Obvious.
Yeah.
But listen.
So, but as far as you being on Mike's channel, the main reason I didn't watch it is I just don't. I think I'm going to lose brain cells each time I visit that channel. I mean, I've heard his critiques of some of the stuff I said. I just got fed up because that's like, you didn't address any of the scientific points. You totally misrepresented my argument. I didn't say that. You just made it up. You know, and I just got fed up. And then the other thing is there are a lot of Satanists on that channel. There's a point you don't throw your pearls before swine. And I know that's such a weird thing to say, but it's what Jesus said. Don't cast your pearls before swine.
Also, pigs are
They're
intelligent.
going to trample over you.
Demonic swines from hell.
In that category at this point. Because all I was doing at one point on my channel, I was just reading John chapter 9, the story of the blind beggar. And then 1 Kings 14, the story of Jeroboam's son, whom the Lord took home because there was something good found in him. And then they played that the next day on their channel when I was just doing the reading of the gospel and then the Old Testament. In the process of listening to me say that, they started swearing their allegiance to Satan. They started saying all sorts of vulgar things that I couldn't quote on this family-friendly channel. I said,
okay, there you go.
Deal with.
So, did anybody get a certificate about when you pledged your allegiance to Satan and became a Satanist? I need to know the date so I'll be able to figure out what video he could possibly be talking about.
Yeah, when is
We actually sell timeshares in hell. So if anyone liked a nice view of the Lake of the Damned,
okay.
I'm really happy that I can finally show my real face now.
Is that like swampland in Florida?
I just feel like Sal's kind of mad that he doesn't really have anything to give us.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing that's substantive, nothing that means anything.
Yeah, you have to
Pledge your
get the comment
allegiance.
out. There you go.
Pledge your allegiance, Peter.
By the way, Gutsick Gibbon is in the side chat. Her documentary about the Creation Museum and the Art Park and everything. Not art, is it Art Park? Yeah. Last time I checked, she's like had 38,000 views and she's gained at least 600 or 700 subscribers from that. So I just wanted to recognize her and say congratulations.
Yes.
Oh! Should we mention that AJ now has about 1,000 more subscribers than Speed has?
Actually,
Yeah,
I
we should
did.
mention that.
Actually, I did mention AJ's 1,000 subscriber thing that he did about an hour ago at the very beginning of the stream, and it's linked in my description. So congratulations, AJ.
He's got the Apologia bump.
You done good.
Now, I'm just hoping that like I can get onto Vosh's channel and talk with him about cosmology because he actually really likes cosmology and get a Vosh bump and like get bumped up to like 4K subs. That would be great.
I'm actually trying to get like less subs or grow the slowest of any other atheist channel. That will be my badge of honor. I really want to do that. So
You just need a bump. I've told you, you need to get a hold of Shannon Q. You need to have her on your channel.
No, you
talking about brain stuff.
You're not listening. I'm going the other way. I'm trying for a different thing, different prize. I want to be the slowest growing.
Yeah, you're being
atheist channel
sarcastic.
on YouTube.
Little
No,
little
really.
Peepee's doing an after show for you, Leo.
Yeah, I screen
Oh, yeah.
screen shared it because I was laughing because
Oh,
I
yeah.
found I just thought it was funny.
But
He used
anyway,
a good
if
picture of
anybody
me, so
in
I
the-
got to give him credit there.
If anybody in the side chat recalls anything that would help me track down that particular video or whatever, just I want to see what's going on in that prism of a brain that he seems to have in that noggin of his.
Yeah,
it just seems strange. I want to know what joke or what thing that was said that made him twist things like that, because the boy ain't right.
No, he ain't right. Well, I've mentioned it before. I think he's going through some shit, especially with the church, all the politics and bullshit that he's getting into. He just seems like give him a year and he might straighten his ass out.
Yeah, okay.
Sal?
That's fair.
Yeah.
You talking about Sally?
Yeah, he seems a little stressed. I don't know. He just seems a little stressed.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of videos on that McLean church thing.
Yeah.
Apparently something happened with them. Like some
Yeah,
sort of scandal was revealed or
Yeah,
something.
they escorted him up. He had a police escort out the door, and they
Who
almost
did?
arrested him. Sal, they almost arrested him, and he thinks that they're gonna come after him and actually like
Kill
harm
him.
him somehow. Yeah, like
Because
Yeah,
like I
really.
said, any church over 150 members has their own secret ninja squad.
So
Wait, so what was the scandal that the church was involved?
Oh, it's something about money that Sal thinks he
Oh.
found. I think what it is they're so pissed off because these new, more liberal ministers kind of got in there, and they condone things like Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. And I think, okay, conspiracy theories.
So
So
did
Sal thinks he found some financial misdoings, and he started a website and he's been going after him, and it's kind of like and then the church said, enough. They threw him out. So I don't know. It says, but he God, I don't want to say that. He lost his mom, less than a year ago. And he was really, really, like, he had taken care of her for 7 years. And the guy, he seems a little unhinged, but that's what grief does to you.
I don't think unhinged. I think unsettled would be
Unsettled,
a better term.
Yeah, so we got to cut him a little slack. I don't know.
Yeah, and the whole thing was a big part of that was the attendance dropping off dramatically.
Yeah, he was taking pictures and counting people,
putting
videos of the church out with little colored squares on their faces so he could count them in tens, and running graphs and doing all kinds of weird shit like that. And the church, and the church is hurting because because of this controversy, and he's just stirring the pot, and the church is trying to fix it. I guess I don't really care for that church because their mission is to influence Congress. That's their stated mission. And
that
sucks. Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that just, I don't know. I thought that isn't there some kind of law about that you can't be, okay, if you're tax free, that you can't get involved in politics or something like that? Don't we have something on the books like that?
They probably lobby.
Separation of church and state.
Separation of church and state. Yep, exactly.
Disestablishmentarianism.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if that's what Sal said about him, I think, at one point. So I'm not sure, but I really don't care for that kind of shit. So. But
well, they have a lot of influential people in the church, being right in DC like that. A lot of the big name people go there, probably a lot of people from the Senate and whatnot, senators and things like that.
Go where?
Go to that church. It's right in DC. So a lot,
what is it, like McLean Bible Church or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, too much of our politics is run by religious people, but that will have to change slowly but surely.
It needs to change. Our
I'd
country's
say,
so screwed up.
I mean, they're big time over there.
when I was growing up, that wasn't a thing. That started like right after Nixon, and it started sort of because of somebody that was involved with Nixon. And then there were these young Republicans that were out in one of the colleges out in California, and these young Republicans were putting out such impressive stuff that the Republican Party approached them, but they had like a biblical background. And so the Republican Party on purpose decided that they were going to go after the evangelicals. And so they modified their platform. Now, prior to that, Republicans were all about staying out of your home, staying out of your business, staying out of your life, right? And then after that, they became all about getting into your womb, telling you what to do in your womb and telling you what to do in your bedroom. But the Republican Party was against all those things in the past. And that's what fucking blows me away. Because, I had identified as a Republican because of those principles. That you don't do illegal search and seizures, you don't do no-knock warrants, you don't mess with people's sex lives, you don't dictate people's morals. That was Republican platform in 1960. What the fuck happened to that party? It's just like, oh my God, they just and it was all about wanting that evangelical vote. They went after it, and they still do, and they're doing it on purpose. They know that they need that vote in order to bring them, seats in Congress. Otherwise, they're fucked. It's just, I don't know.
No, exactly. It's religion. It goes back to the main theme. Religion poisons everything. They metaphorically sold their soul, like you said, to the evangelicals.
Yep,
and there's no way going back, because who else would they have at this point?
Yeah, they're not gonna gain back the base that they would have had if they kept going the way they were. I think if they kept going the way they were, they would have had most of what we call liberals today, because of the freedom part of it. The privacy and government staying out of your house, staying out of your personal lives. That was the point. But I don't know. That's my version of history. I don't know that much about politics, but I grew up in that era, and that was sort of what sold me on being a Republican when I was. And then I'm like, now they call me and they ask for money, and I tell them that I vote a straight Democratic ticket. I don't care if Satan's running. If he's running against a Republican, I'll vote for him. There you go, Sal. I'm saying this.
I know. I was just about to say that. It's like,
it seems that they've lost their way, but then they brought in Donald Trump, and I don't know what to think anymore.
That is just like, they just went way off the rails. They went nuts in 2016, and it was because, again, they looked at a demographic and they said, how are we going to get that demographic?
Yeah, there was a sense of desperation for sure, I would say.
Yeah. I don't know.
What do you mean?
And now with all these Trump supporter anti-maskers who've been getting killed off by COVID-19, it's going to be even harder for them to get reelected. So they're going to be pushing even stronger, I suspect.
They already are.
Yeah, I mentioned this statistic, but in the Twin Cities here, which they call Liberal Lakes in Minnesota, we're basically the Twin Cities is what makes Minnesota a Democrat state. The outlying areas are highly Republican, except for the place where I come from. That was farmer labor Democrat. But anyway, but they've even gone Republican. But okay, so in Liberal Lakes here, we have a per capita rating from 0 to 100 of 30. In northern Minnesota, where the iron mines are, it's 60 COVID cases. And in western Minnesota, where they're really Republican, it's 90. So it's almost like COVID is following the Republicans around.
Well, it's that the Republicans are inviting COVID in by not wearing masks and getting vaccines, or doing anything that professionals recommend. I would say it's just natural selection.
Yeah, there you go.
Nature doesn't like stupid people. Okay, I don't know what to say, because it's the stupid people that are killing her.
That would be the sweetest thing of all, Leo. If natural selection killed the Republican Party.
Republican Party is dying anyway.
Killed them. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, the Democratic Party is slowly imploding too, and that's also a good thing. And capitalism is taking a serious hit here in the United States, which is also a good thing with all these union strikes that are going on.
The Democrats are in the habit of shooting their wounded.
No, the Democrats are shooting themselves in the foot right now.
Yeah, they shoot
I mean,
themselves.
they talked about how public option, but then the Senate parliamentarian that they could easily override. And then they talked about raising wages, but oh no, the Senate parliamentarian that they could easily override got in the way. Oh no, because they never planned on doing any of those things, and that was their excuse for not having to do it.
Yep.
Also, Speed, when you said that you made a joke like you've now found a reason onto Satan, that's one of the reasons that I think Sal thinks that I am a Satanist, because we've had a discussion. Well, I just walked him through a scenario in which I could be a theist, believe in Yahweh, and be against him. Like, I don't believe that Yahweh is real, but I said, if Yahweh is real and he is as told in the Bible, literally, then I can believe in him, and then I just know which team I'm on, which is Team Satan. That doesn't make me a Satanist, but he seems to have now taken that as he can only view me through the lens of, like I said, just got to sell lovely timeshares. Right, they're screaming in the background, but ignore that. It's a lovely timeshare.
So he took one Amy multiplied times 1,000 and decided that we're all Satanists.
Well, it's just like the logic, like what happened. He could listen to something like Speed go, well, I guess I'm a Satanist now, and I don't. Sal, come on and tell me that I'm wrong. But yes,
I have a question for everybody that's here.
Well, Sal did this to me too.
Do you guys think?
Because one time I said there's really atheism has nothing to do with moral or immoral, and he tends to talk about this because somebody was saying, I think Speed was saying, it seems like he thinks he's got me on this somehow.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Leophilius. Yeah.
Do you guys think that Sal thinks that any books which do mention Gödel's incompleteness theorem are Satanist books?
Probably. Yeah.
That is the funniest fucking thing I've ever fucking seen from Sal in my life. Nathan had him so fucking wound up.
Leo, I got him to throw a couple of books for you.
Yeah,
you remember that, right?
That was on Canadian. Was that Canadian Catholics?
No, it was some
channel or something, right?
Sandy, no, not Sandy Pigeon. Who the fuck was it?
God.
Sydney Winston, something like that.
That could have been Sydney Winston. Yeah, or Canadian Catholic. I forget which of the two.
Yeah,
but it was Sydney Winston.
Okay.
The whole thing started on S.J. Thomason's channel.
Yes.
But he did it like on 4 different streams. He'd run back and he was gone for like 5 minutes in his library, digging books out. Then he'd come and slam them. What else?
I loved it. He was talking about Bertrand Russell and the Principia Mathematica. And then Nathan, do you know what Russell's theory of types is? And he's like, no. Well, I'm going to be skeptical of anything that you say about Russell if you don't know like his 2 most noted works.
Right.
Oh my God, it was just so fucking fun.
It really pissed him off. Well,
yes,
and the other thing is every time Sal gets on, he lists all the credentials of all of the people that he wrote the paper with over and over and over again. And it takes about 4 minutes now, and it's just like, it's obvious that that you can get under his skin by saying anything about his credentials or about his degrees. If you say anything about his degrees, he'll go get them off the wall and he'll slam them all on the desk and show them to you. It's just like, oh my God. I should get my.
So what's his other degree? I know he's got
and my high school discharge papers out and start and frame them.
I know he's got a Master of Applied Physics from Johns Hopkins. What's his other degree in?
He went to some college and got some kind of biology degree. I don't know. John Sanford sent him there or something. I thought that was, I don't know. And then he went to some Bible college and he got something else. I don't know what his whole thing is, but he's got a bunch of degrees. One in mathematics from a real university. So I mean, he started out on the right track. He just fell off the rails.
Dude, I literally sent Standing a picture to use, and he used that. Like, I just don't.
Well, so Let's talk about that picture a bit. I just downloaded that because I was curious what Standing was looking at.
Hot. Are we talking about the same picture?
Okay.
Yeah, so I forgot it. Speed, can you make it full screen? So there it is. And I was able to isolate part of that picture.
Okay.
So let's enlarge part of that picture.
Oh, that, yeah, he's been peeping in my windows. Peter, I'm throwing you out.
Isn't that Speed? I'm just curious.
Wow.
Peter, you need to get the CSI Miami technology that can sharpen up tiny images like that.
Oh, I can sharpen it up, but yeah, I don't want Speed to get another strike because people think that he's being porn bombed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I have a picture like that in high resolution.
Peter,
I'm not going to ask why.
Getting hotter by the minute.
Where the hell is Gur Streams? He was supposed to come in here, but the little coward won't come in.
Peter always eventually makes me want to poke my eyes out with a fork when he comes on these streams.
Leo, can you read Andrew's comments? He had a question for you.
Huh?
Andrew had a question. It's up a little bit about time dilation and supernovae.
Yeah, I mean
supernovae
that's one
light.
way you can. That's one way of like
Light.
pretty much any way that you can falsify it. I don't really know anything in physics that doesn't falsify his model, quite frankly. I mean, his model is number one. He admits that it's just purely conventional. It doesn't really change the physics. And number two, the very principles he's using to rely on the whole, well, you can't measure the one-way speed of light to begin with, depends on the postulates of special relativity being true. One of those postulates being that the speed of light is constant in all inertial frames of reference. So he's relying on the very principle he's trying to deny and appealing to special relativity to deny the very principle that special relativity relies on.
Germania, you mentioned earlier in the chat something about being equally afraid of butterflies as Speed. So here's some butterflies for you. Hopefully this will coax you into coming in.
Doesn't Germania have a stream he's doing tonight?
Yeah, that's it.
And a few mushrooms for a bonus here.
I'll be able to come in if it's open mic. But
he's
only
afraid of butterflies?
What the fuck is that?
Oh,
That was
I'm
a
afraid
comment
of
he made
butterflies?
earlier. Yeah. I was joking around saying, hey, if you're not, Speed says you might be afraid of him. If that's the case, I can join around the same time you do. The buddy system kind of thing, right? He wrote back, he's as afraid of speed of sound as he is of butterflies. So
he's afraid of butterflies? God damn. That's a weird phobia.
Yeah, it's all in the chat.
Yeah.
You highlighted the comments too. It was good.
Yes, and I capture the chat. And I look at it, Gur, and I compile a list of all the things you've said, Gur.
Yeah, Gur, you're in trouble.
Yeah, Gur. Because Don Maddox later will address the falling out that me and Gur are having, or Smokey maybe. I don't know.
So I'm curious. Is anyone here subscribed to Physics Girl?
No,
yeah,
but I do
I
know
am.
the channel.
I am.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
She did a nice video earlier today about galaxies and objects in space moving faster than the speed of light. I found that really interesting.
Hey, Speed of Sound, can you showcase Germania's most recent comment? He's going to call off his invisible dragons. I don't have a picture of those, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of them.
Come on in, Germania. Love to hear from you.
He's just, just such a little bunny, Gur. That's why he named himself Gur. He's like, posturing.
It's interesting how you two seem to have so much fun going after each other here.
then it's war. Fargan War. What movie is that from? The Cotton Club, I think, or something like that. No, it wasn't the Cotton Club. It was a parody on gangster movies or something, and they had all these headlines, and they would butcher cursing, and it was like Fargan War or
Is that the
something.
one with
like
Michael
that.
Keaton or somebody
Yes,
who said my
yes.
brother or somebody touched me once, or whatever? Yeah,
it was,
I know what you're talking about. Johnny Dangerously. Johnny Dangerously.
Yeah, okay, great. I gotta watch that again. That was.
I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah, I wonder if it holds up. Like I've watched some old movies that made me, I was fall off the chair laughing, and they don't hold up as well for some reason. I don't know why. What goes wrong with a person, or is it just that our culture has moved?
Our culture changes. Probably if it worked, there's been a million movies with the same kind of sense of humor, and we get tired of them.
Same with horror movies. There's just very few horror movies that even creep me out anymore.
Yeah, I noticed Germania is indicating is on the way home, so that's why he's not here. So that makes sense. I have a question for you. How many raccoons? How many raccoons does it take to beat an invisible dragon?
Well,
one.
A
few hundred.
A team
I got
of
some
3.
shit for us. I got some crap for us. I'll show you what the fuck's gonna happen in Germania.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. He's gonna open
a preview.
Yep. He's gonna open his car and he's gonna find a whole fucking pack of these things in there. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do to him. Let's see here. I gotta check something.
So how are your new neighbors getting along with the raccoons?
They have not complained. Their dog has not complained. I think the raccoon did kill 2 of their raccoons, but they still have one, and it's getting along fine with the rest of them. So everything's fine. So, the dogs have barked a couple times, and I sort of appreciate their barking because they bark when somebody comes into our cul-de-sac.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, they're doing their job.
Did you just say the raccoons killed 2 of your neighbor's dogs?
Yeah, just 2.
Holy cow.
They were small ones, a German Shepherd and a Rottweiler, I think. But the Saint Bernard, they haven't gotten him yet.
Okay, look at that picture.
Okay, this is what Okay, I think I got the sound set up to share. Let me see if I can. Okay.
This is a very evil predator, dangerous, cunning, always dissatisfied with everything. It seems
His
that
name is Snuggles.
and it's better not to get in its way when it's in this state. This beast can easily attack a person or even a representative of its species without any reason. But why do these wildcats react to everything with such aggression? Why are they always ready to fight? We're going to find out now. Let's go.
Isn't that a main thing?
Say that Manuls are the size of a domestic cat, but unlike cats, which sometimes get along well with each other and love people, you'll never notice anything like that with a Manul. Palis cats don't like anybody at all, but they're really fierce predators which know a lot about hunting. Manul's fangs are almost 3 times longer than that of an ordinary cat, and if your pet has ever bitten you, well, multiply that feeling by 3, and then add to it the rage of a wild predator. Manuls have a death grip, and they don't let their prey go until they get what they want. But despite all the exoticism, in fact, they're just stocky cats with short, thick legs, and also doesn't try to chase its prey. It won't work anyway. The basis of its menu is fast pikas, rodents, and insects. Sometimes it invisibly pursues its prey, using short vegetation and...
Anyway, I think I linked that in the chat. If I haven't, I will.
I'm really surprised how the facial expressions resemble that of Speed a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if anyone else noticed.
Yeah. Even the long incisors.
Well, I bonded with this thing immediately when my son sent it to me, and I'm like, that's my kind of people. I really like them. That's how I look just before I boot somebody out of my stream.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's where I seen it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, I will link that. I'm not sure if I'll get a copyright strike on that son of a bitch. It's got 5,457,000 views. Do they really have to copyright strike me? I mean, Jesus. Give me a break. I'm a small channel. Oh, let's see if I put that in there. Oh yeah, it's been in the description since the beginning of time. So it's a fun video. That I'd never heard of those things before, but goddamn, they really do have a very bad attitude. You know who it reminds me of? Guess. In our YouTube sphere, who would you pick as having an attitude like that? Maddox. I don't know.
What are we talking about?
That cat's
I think
attitude
Maddox
reminds me of Maddox.
Maddox is less cute.
Yeah, he's less
Not as
cute, but
aggressive.
yeah.
Although the short, stocky legs, yeah, that's another thing.
Andrew has a cladistics challenge. Where the hell is that, Andrew? Have you posted your cladistics?
He did.
Where?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. Well, I don't.
Don't you have a
know.
producer?
Yeah, but I had to let him go.
No, that sucks.
Yeah, we haven't heard from him for like 10, 15 minutes now.
Yeah, I'm just falling down on the job. I did put a link in that should go in the description. I ran across some speeches given by Neil Shubin. Yesterday we had one in the description, and this one is essentially on embryology, but it's really good. And I wonder if Rebecca from Bread from Life has seen this. It's called Wings, Legs, and Fins: How Do New Organs Arise in Evolution? It's about an hour long, and it's a really good lecture.
I think I watched that, and I think I'm going to go watch it again.
Yeah, it's about 12 years old, so
I think I'm going to go watch it right now.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You weren't doing anything special anyway, right?
No, I wasn't. No.
So
Not
you're doing
really.
an earlier show tonight, Amy? Is that what you said?
I'm actually gonna watch the Leo versus the guy who talks about 15 foot long, and then after that we are gonna have an after show and just talk about the topic, and everyone's invited.
That sounds very cool.
What time are you? Oh, you don't know when it's starting. Just after.
Depends on how long-winded Leo and Kent are.
And Ger Streams is having a stream right after this one, so don't go there. Stay away. What else is happening?
At least wear a lead apron if you go there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious. There are a lot of smart people here. Does anyone know where you can have cardboard cutouts made?
Yeah, you can get an outline or a trace of whatever object it is by, pieces of cardboard and cut it out.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
want to make it available
That's
for
really wild.
people to buy it just in time for Halloween. I've blurred it obviously to make sure that it's not copied by anyone else, but for Halloween to have something like that in your front yard, I thought.
Where's Peter? There's Peter. He's gone now. Okay. Be better, Peter. Be better. Did you change the body on that thing? Did you change the body the way I asked to a body that more closely resembles mine? Okay, well then fuck you.
I mean, it would be great. I'm thinking of making one just for Halloween.
I should put one outside my house and see how that works in my neighborhood.
Stand next to it.
How quickly I get
Stand next
arrested.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See how quickly I get arrested. Yeah, we used to have trick-or-treaters, but we lived way down a dark cul-de-sac, so they wouldn't walk that far. And I used to buy two like huge, those tote boxes that you get at grocery stores, 2 boxes full of candy. And we took a large bowl, the size of a huge salad bowl that you would make a salad for your family in. And when the kids came, we give them each one bowl of candy, and it was good candy. And these little kids would get so excited that a couple of them fell down. I felt bad about that. But then they came back. Like we had a group coming back every year, and I was hiding out by the car to spook them. And I heard them talking. It's like, yeah, see, I told you, you know. So it was like legendary because we'd fill their bags up with candy in one shot. It was kind of cool. But then the last time I tried it, like we had one trick or treater, and I figured, fuck it, I quit. Little kids won't walk this far. It's a dark walk, a very dark walk.
I decorate our whole yard and our house, and I've got animatronics going. I've got stereo sound from the bushes. We usually get 300 to 500 kids to our door, but we didn't do it last year because we didn't want to be contributing to spreading COVID-19.
Right. Yeah.
People still came knocking on the door, and usually what happens the next morning is there's a bunch of tourists from Japanese and Korean tourist bus companies at 5 or 6 in the morning. They're out there taking pictures in front of our place.
Yeah, cool. That's so fun.
Yeah, Halloween's great fun. Yeah, it's that time of year where anybody can dress up and be somebody else, whoever they want to be or whatever they want to be. And the key is we all know it's not real, but we're having a heck of a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to get leaves from all my neighbors' yard and fill my yard with leaves and dig a path through it, and we'd light up a yellow maple tree with light shining into it.
Oh yeah.
And I had this big long old Cadillac that looks like a hearse, and it's got auto start on it. So I put a creature in there with a denim jacket on and like a horrible face looking at them. And when they walk by it, I'd start it up and they'd jump like 4 feet. It was cool. The music would come on. We had a lot of fun, but it just died out around here.
Oh, it's still pretty strong here. I make these ghosts out of plastic tablecloths and balloons, and I hang them up. They look like 6 foot tall ghosts, and I hang them from treetop to treetop in my yard, and the wind makes them kind of move in an eerily slow way. It's
nice.
And I use dark green string for that. Black shows up in the night sky, but dark green is practically invisible to the human eye.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I discovered that by accident. So if you ever need to hang something up for Halloween, use dark green string. You can buy it from the hardware store.
Cool. Top Dog got what right?
The question that Andrew had for everybody.
What was the question?
This guy does not know how to pay attention to his goddamn chat, does he?
A mushroom is closer to an elephant than a tree. Is that true?
I don't know. How do you define close?
Well, genetically close. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah, a mushroom would be closer to an elephant than a tree. I don't know.
Oh, really?
So, what was the answer? True?
I'm thinking it is.
Yeah.
True. Because I said false, and that automatically means it was probably true.
Yeah, because mushrooms are a little weird. Ask Kafai.
Where's Kafai whenever they bring up mushrooms? I don't know.
He'll pop up in about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
He's got a bot. He's got a crawler.
It might help if you call God a sky daddy.
Oh yeah, that helps too. That works. Okay, guys, shooting ahead. It's Friday.
Before Germania gets here. Oh shucks.
Germania is too scared to come in and face me.
Yeah, poor Germania.
He has no cojones.
He has speedophobia.
Cojones. That's John Maddox's favorite thing. What does he call him? C.O. Jones?
C.O. Jones.
Yeah, C.O. Jones. God, that's so.
We're talking about Quantum John, right?
Quantum John, yeah.
Leo, you gonna come up with a nickname for Kent Hovind?
Probably not.
Sounds like a great name for like a character on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Yeah.
So Andrew Cumming is trying his best to contribute some science to our Friday show.
And don't think we don't appreciate it, Andrew. We do need some class in this joint.
So mushrooms are closer. Mushrooms are more closely related than animals. To animals.
Oh, I want to point out some things. I'm going to be talking Fosrana on Tuesday. Rebecca is having a 10 a.m. meeting with discussion with Demeter tomorrow morning.
You're talking with Fuzz?
Rebecca from Red Light. Yeah, I'm talking with Fuzz on Tuesday at 3 p.m. So the weather report's going to be late, or if it exists at all. We'll probably do a weather report or an after show. And I have no idea what I'm going to talk to him about, but we're going to have a discussion and see what else. And I guess I'm trying to set up Ben Golt and Daniel J. Nicholson to have a talk between them two. And I'm also setting up another thing.
Who
with
and
Ben Golt.
Daniel Nicholson?
What's that?
Who and Daniel Nicholson?
Ben Golt, the one with the mesh code theory that I talked to a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just on He Who Shall Not Be Named stream. Jello.
Yeah, I
We'll call him
know.
Jello. Bad Jello. We'll call him spoiled Jello.
Overly tanned Jello.
Overly tanned Jello. Spoiled Jello.
You know, I wonder if tan was one of the colors that they test marketed for Jello back then.
Fake tan Jello? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunburnt Jello, maybe? It's not tan Jello, it's sunburnt Jello. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to ask
Crispy
panel.
Jello?
I want to ask the panel a question when we go back stream. Anyway. Yeah, what do you say we kill it?
What are we killing?
Well, we don't have a lot of energy going on here right now. We're believe me, well, we got 20 people watching. But anyway, I think it's good enough for a Friday show. What do you think? Fuck it. Gonna shoot it in the head, guys.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So it wasn't much of a shit show, was it?
Good night.
Yeah, we didn't. Well, we did some shit. We talked some shit about Sal and other people, right? We
Good old
did good.
Shal.
Yeah.
No mention of Goodell's incompleteness theorems. You should have just ended it right there, but you didn't. You lost the opportunity.
I know.
Way to fucking go.
I have to say
another spam. Amy, what time are you starting the after show?
After the debate, right?
I doubt the debate will run any longer than probably about 9-ish,
Minutes?
about 2-ish hours or so.
Well,
Okay,
you
about
can't.
9 minutes.
Show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kent has notorious problems going long. So.
He has problems showing up too.
Well, that too.
Yep. He
also tends to have a lot of technical problems, but that might be due to his IT guy, who's not only high when he's driving his jacked up Jeep.
It would be awesome if he did the entire debate in handcuffs.
I like that.
That starts to sound like it's bordering into fetish territory.
Yeah. So Leo, do you have some covert remarks alluding to the fact that he might be in prison?
No.
In 3 days.
See, that's a miss.
Yeah.
No, my job is not to do anything that may be off-putting to the audience, because then they won't be willing to listen to any. I'm doing this for educational purposes only. That's why I'm debating specifically Kent Hovind on specifically Standing for Truth's channel.
That's what I
not
love
on Modern Day Debate, where 70 to 80% of the audience is fucking atheists anyway.
That's what I love about youth today. They have such a positive outlook. Goodbye, cool world.
That's hilarious about Modern Day Debate, that the audience is 70 to 80% atheist, you're saying?
Something like that.
Considering that James, the host, is a Christian.
It's a preacher.
That's
anyway, I'm trying to end the fucking show. Goodbye, cruel world.